Welcome to Irons United and our latest round of transfer gossip and rumours. The transfer window's been open for a week. So far our only bit of business has been Samir Nasri, and despite the club saying that we're going to have quite a quiet month, that's not stopped the rumour mill spreading and us being linked to something like 20 odd players for this January transfer window. Samir Nasri made his debut against Birmingham at the weekend, and despite being out for so long, he looked pretty good. The one pair that we are linked with time and time again is Besiktas defensive midfielder Gary Medel. If this deal goes through, I think we're likely to see Pedro Obiang leave West Ham. There's been ongoing interest from teams in Italy for his services, and the latest being Roma. I like Obiang. I'd be sad to see him leave, but I would have personally liked to see him being given a proper run of games in the team. But team selection has not always favoured him, and when it did look like he might get a run of games, injury put paid to that. So it's a damn shame if he goes, but it's understandable if he does. My gut tells me that if we do sign players in January, it will only be because players are leaving, just as I mentioned with the likes of Medel and Obiang. Other players who have been rumoured to leave are Ogbonna going to Italy, Perez going to Spain, and Andy Carroll either going to the MLS or as a swap deal for Newcastle's John Joe Shelby. On Carroll, Pellegrini has already stated that he is a key player. So perhaps we won't see him move just yet. Does this mean he'll be in line for a new contract in the summer? I doubt it very much, to be honest. On Ogbonna, well, apparently the club have accepted an offer, but the player himself has turned that offer down, if those rumours are to be believed. Maybe Oggy thinks he's still got a future at West Ham, or maybe the offer itself just wasn't good enough for him to want to leave. But if he does leave, who have we got? We've waited long enough for the return of Winston Reid. One wonders if we'll actually see him playing again this season. Time will tell. But there's also promise of acquiring a young defender called Tiago Diallo, who was recently mentioned. He's an 18-year-old Portuguese player. And he could be one for the future, but he's not one for right now. So if we do see Oggy go, who will we get to replace him? On Perez, he hasn't exactly set the world alight with West Ham, has he? And I can actually see him moving on, whether it be this month or in the summer. I think he'll go. But as mentioned before, if it's this month, we'll need a replacement for him as well. One such replacement is Gabriel Barbosa of Inter Milan. Apparently we're in the running to sign him up alongside Flamengo of Brazil, but according to rumour, there's glitch in the paperwork, work permit, that isn't getting this transfer over the line. Again, time will tell, but we did see Xande Silva make his full debut last Saturday as well. So if Perez leaves, would Silva be any worse? I'd say he looks quite promising. It might be a little bit too early to make his mark, but why not? Diangana has taken his chance, and Rice is now a permanent selection in the first team, so why not Xande Silva as well? West Ham moved today to state that the idea of signing the Barcelona winger Cedric Suarez is pure nonsense. So that's another one that's another rumour that's been knocked on the head. So what other names have been mentioned? There's Miguel Almiron, a sought-after Paraguayan striker currently playing in the MLS. And today we've heard that Mkhitaryan of Arsenal has been linked to us. There's the 34-year-old Miranda from Inter, and I doubt very much we're going to go for a player that old again. I actually hope not. There's Cedric Suarez of Southampton, rumoured to be available for $13.5 million, who could be good competition or a long-term replacement for Zabaleta. There's a summer transfer target called Leonardo Koutris, who's a left back in the Greek league, and there's talk about maybe bringing that transfer forward to January. Who, let's face it, we've not had the best of times at left back, so perhaps there could be something in that rumour. In fact, if there is any other business, it wouldn't surprise me if Pellegrini decided to strengthen either the right back or the left hand positions, or both. Anyway, short and sweet, that's it for now. Watch out for our forthcoming preview of the Arsenal game. Plus there's going to be a big mid-season review that we're hoping to record or even go live tomorrow or Thursday. Leave your comments. What do you think of the transfer rumours? Is there anybody that I haven't mentioned that we've been linked with? Do you expect us to sign anyone in January? And if so, who would you like to see? What positions would you like to see players coming in for? Subscribe to Irons United. Tell your mates. We try and do our best. And come on, you Irons.